All right, welcome to HuffPost Live. I'm Nancy Red, and Kid President is campaigning for awesomeness. Now, he is right here doing a great presidential wave. Hello. And he has been sharing his pep talks and enthusiasm around the world, encouraging us all to share hugs, dances, and corn dogs. Now, Kid President Robby Novak and his brother-in-law, Brad Montague, are sharing tips for being awesome in their new book, The Kid President's Guide to Being Awesome. And to tell us how, Robby and Brad join us now. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. This is a big book. It's bigger than your head. Look.
Feels good in the hands, right?
Definitely. So tell me right now, very quickly, what does it mean to be awesome?
It means to be awesome to do something awesome. Like, kind of like, you know how kids can do things that sometimes grown-ups can't? And sometimes they can just change it to an awesome way. Brett,
That's good.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's all about like taking the creativity of kids.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, yeah. Taking the creativity of kids and turning it into awesome.
Yeah, that's what we've been doing. It's just like trying to work together. How can kids and grown-ups work together to do something really amazing? And that's what we've tried to do.
You guys have been doing amazing things since 2012. Brad, so you had your amazing YouTube channel. You got your great videos. What made you do this amazing, awesome book?
Well, we really have had so much fun making these videos, connecting with our audience on YouTube, and seeing them like take an idea and do something has been remarkable. Like we did a project called Socktober where we had them help the homeless. We've done projects where we've activated our community to feed kids across the world, and then we were like, what if we gave them a book that called people to action every day? Like, how could they do something? And so this is a book you can hold and read and take action.
It is, and you can not just use it alone, but it can be used with the YouTube videos. We have some viewer comments coming in. Rachel says, thank you, Robby and Soul Pancake, for inspiring my college students to be motivated and make a difference. I show Kid President clips often. And who knew it just began in Tennessee with two little friends and a tiny black suit, right, Brad?
That's right, yeah. We live in a town that's about the size of this building, wouldn't you say, Robby?
No, it's barely bigger. It's like counting in there. That's the size.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we've just been making them from my house. Robby's my little brother-in-law. We live across the street from each other, and we've just had a blast making them together. And then now we're able to see it impact. And that's sort of the point of Kid President is he just has cardboard, can, and string, but he's able to impact a lot of people. And what we're trying to tell kids and former kids all over the world is it's not about position. It's not about like power. You already are powerful. You have what you need to impact the world around you just with what you have.
Right. One of the things people always ask you, Mr. President, is what political party you're affiliated with. And you say, I am not in a party. What do you say?
Don't be in a party, be a party.
Be a party. What does that mean?
Be a party means that when, don't be in a party, don't just walk in, it's like, woo, party, you gotta be the party. You gotta dance.
That's right, you have to dance. And here's the thing, you offer many ways for people who might not, well, how do you be a party? It's hard off the cuff to remember how to be a party. So you have great suggestions. One of the suggestions that I want to talk about being the party, not just in a party, is mail your friend a corn dog.
Yes. Yes.
Why would I mail a friend a corn dog?
You mail your friend a corn dog because corn dogs are good. Some people don't like corn dogs, but I do, so so we made the video. Yes, mail a friend a corn dog.
All right, make sure to put that in one of those priority envelopes, though. You don't want the corn dog to get there like 2-3 weeks later.
Yeah, there's like some logistics involved, but it's all mapped out in there for you. Yeah.
Also, I love this one, take more other people's. This is in the book. Now, I've heard of a selfie, but what's an other people?
Other peoplies. Yeah.
So don't just take selfies of yourself. You gotta take selfies of other people.
It's about celebrating the other people around you, and that's one of the things we try to do. Like a lot of people will want a selfie, and so Robby will always like gather people around, and we'll take photos of just celebrating other people. And so that's a fun way you can do that online. Not just make it about yourself, but other people.
And I like that because I think sometimes we forget to make things about people that are not us, right, Robby? When you say to take the other people's, you also have an idea that something you should do with those other people. He says maybe give them to other people. I like the bit you have in the book about give pictures of other people to those people. When you take your other peoplies, give them away.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to. There's a really special person we met. He's a photographer named Jeremy Cowart. He started something called Help Portrait, and he tells a story in the book about being able to take a portrait for a family who had just recently lost their father. And it's a powerful story about this image he was able to give them as a gift, and the family pictures in the book, and you see sort of how much that meant to them. And he's a remarkable guy, and it was an honor to be able to share his story in the book.
That's fantastic. And so there are serious aspects of the book, but then there are really fun aspects that I wouldn't even think about this. One of the things that you guys suggest in your journey to being awesome is to create a handshake.
Yeah.
Do you and Brad have a secret handshake that you've created?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Is it too secret to show?
No.
Well, we can show a version of it.
Okay, let's see a version of
Yeah.
your cool handshake that you created.
All right, which one? Okay.
Boom.
Yeah, and this is we messing it up on HuffPost. Okay, yeah. Let's just do the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Yeah.
I love it. Can I do the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air with you?
Sure.
Okay, great. And on that note, I feel like we've done a really good intro to some big fans of ours who cannot wait to join via webcam. Goodness gracious, I'm not awesome, I'm excited. Gloria McRae and Jarrett Hill are here to talk with Brad and Mr. President. Hello, y'all.
How's it going?
All right, Gloria, I want to start with you. I know you have a great and very pertinent, very serious question for our president.
KP, so important, so serious. My nephew Aiden needed to ask, do you toot?
Robby,
Aida needs to know.
do you?
And apparently there's an inside joke here, Brad.
Yeah, when we first started doing the videos, we posted like we would send cans to different celebrities, like cam phone with string, and then we'd like, hey, do you want to be on our web show? And so they did. And one of the first people was an interview with an animator who does the show Adventure Time, which was one of our favorite shows. And Robby could ask him any question he wanted in the world. And Robby, what was the question you asked him?
Do you toot?
Yeah, that.
Now the tables
That.
have been turned, friend. Now you are the famous person. And Gloria and her nephew Aiden are asking you that question.
Be careful how you answer it. This could be bad. Do you too?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay, we have the answer. Gloria, I know. You know what? The best part about this is
It's been revealed.
Yeah. Yes.
I think this ties really well into the fact that one of the things that you and Robby write about, Brad, is remember what you were like when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Talk about that's part of being awesome. Is
Yeah.
remembering what it's like to be a kid. But you know what? There is nothing funnier than mailing a corn dog and tooting.
It's been so
The corn
fun.
dog might actually lead to the toot.
Yeah. Probably.
But so do you remember what
I
it's
gotta
like
lay
just
up the
being
corn
with
dogs.
Robby remind you of what it was like as a kid?
Well, there's so many times where like I can get wrapped up in just bad things in the world or how hard things can be, and then to just remember how fun it is to be a kid, to look at life through the perspective of being a kid. And that's what we've been inviting people to do, is to look at their own lives and remember what it was like to be a kid, what was important to you, who like helped you, what a big deal that was for you. You can be that for someone else. And that's been really inspiring, I think, for myself, but like for a lot of people, just to think about that. When we interview people, it's interesting because they're sort of, their guard goes down because there's a kid. And at the heart of this, there's this innocence of just a kid who's being curious about the world.
There is an innocence, Mr. President. And on that note, Brad mentioned when he was talking, he was like, what's important to you when you're a kid? What's important to you?
Friends. Friends. Most important. Family. First important. Friends is second. Yeah.
You changed.
Yeah.
Did you realize that? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, but they're great answers. And we're going to bring in some friends right now. Jarrett, I know that you are a big fan of a kid president, right?
For sure.
Jarrett's a little frozen right now. He's so
I'm-
excited. He's
like-
scared stiff with excitement.
Am I
But that's
scared
I get
stiff?
it.
Can you guys see me?
yes. Robbie is actually doing a Jarrett impression of your frozen webcam.
Is that better? I don't know if that
You're
works.
great now. What's your question for
Okay.
kid president?
Well, KP, I was wondering, like, you've met so many famous people and you've gone out and done commercials, but what's been the best part of being kid president?
Making the world more awesome and like trying to help people, and we're trying to do like I said before, making the world awesome, trying to help people, and dancing.
And dancing.
Yeah.
And you're kind of like a spiritual guide for many people, including other presidents. You met President Obama, right? You went to the White House. And
Big moment.
did you offer him any words of wisdom on how he could be more awesome?
Yes, and I also licked the White House walls.
You did what? Excuse me?
I licked the White House walls.
You licked the White House walls?
Yeah.
What did the White House walls taste like?
Well, Brad told me they taste like silk.
No, I didn't say they taste
Silk
like
like
silk. I said
milk.
these walls are soft like silk, and he got so nervous. We were waiting to go into the Oval Office, and he was getting super nervous, and he just stood up in this chair and was licking the wall, and I was like, "Don't lick the wall, stop!" And a Secret Service guy came in, and he just looked at us, and I could see like his head just going like, "I've never said this sentence before, but I'm about to. Please, sir, could you not lick the walls of the White House?" And he just like, and we were mortified, but we didn't know how to act. We didn't know what to do at the White House, but he licked
It
the
was
wall.
huge.
Was it very huge? But I have to ask you, if someone's on a tour at the White House, would you suggest they lick the walls? Is that something that is going to become a must-do in Washington, D.C., lick the walls of the White
Yes.
House?
Yes, they do.
You think so?
Yes.
Well, you know your way around the White House. You were there with President Obama. I saw you guys in the bushes outside. You gave him advice. And
That sounds way creepier than it was. We
Yeah,
weren't- we
well-
weren't just in the bushes.
You seem to just be in the bushes, because that's one of the great things. This isn't just text. It's a bunch of ways to be awesome, but there are also a bunch of amazing pictures in here of you doing incredibly awesome things. And there's a lot of advice. One of the things you say in here is that you give good pep talks, right? You're a good pep talks, a good pep talk giver.
You can say that.
What goes into giving a good pep talk?
Giving a good pep talk. Giving a good pep talk. You gotta find something that someone's sad about and make it into something good, and then tell them, but say it in a tough voice, so it's like sounds like a pep talk.
And-
It's like,
yeah.
well, my friends were sad about the game. It's like, games don't matter. It's just a game.
It's just a game.
And the
It's
big
just-
thing is like honesty, because there have been a lot of times where we motivate each other or inspire each other, and that's like a lot of the videos that are pep talks came from very real places, like where the original pep talk that went viral came at a time when we were both like needing encouragement, and so that was something we wrote, that I wrote, and then we put together into something that meant a lot to us, and we did one for moms, and that came from a real place of like wanting to say something to his mom, to my mom, and every video there's like this element of honesty. How can we share something that means a lot to us and that we've directly experienced?
And that honesty is so important, and it resonates with your fans so much. We actually have a question coming in from Ryan Buxton. Welcome back, Kid President. I agree that you are the definition of awesome. Have you ever had another kid bully you for the incredible things you get to do? And what's your advice for kids who get bullied? Have you dealt with a kid president bullier?
Well, not a kid president bullier, but just a Robby bullier who, like in school, just someone bullied me. I'm like,
That was his response.
I'm like,
Is that your response? Do you just not respond? Do you go to a teacher? What is your advice for someone who's so successful? Because, many people think, it's the, if only I were more successful, if only I could meet the president, if only I could have a book deal, then no one would bully me. It's not how it works, right? People just are bulliers. And
Yep.
everyone gets bullied.
fuzzy pillow.
I mean, I was bullied when I was a kid, and for a variety of reasons. And I have to share these with Robby.
Mine is too. Peanut Head was one of them.
Peanut Head, yeah.
Well, I walk on my toes. I have a weird foot thing, so I grew up
Yes.
always being called tiptoe.
I have to walk on my toes because one foot's longer than the other. So if I take my shoes off, I have to walk on my toes so I'm even.
Right. And, hey, look, we all turned out okay. So do you have any advice for kids who might also be getting bullied and who wish that something could magically appear to stop the bullies?
Pretend I'm your fairy guy right now, people. I'm your fairy. I'm just going to go tell a teacher.
Oh, that's good.
Go tell a teacher, and the teacher will expel him.
Robby, you are my spirit animal. Okay, I love all of this because that is the sanest advice on bullying I've ever heard. Have a little Robby, Kid President Fairy, on your shoulder
It's a little
that
fairy.
says, don't try to fight back. Don't engage. Just tell a teacher.
And I will share, online, we've received a lot of different comments, and we've set a goal early on. When people reach out and say something negative, we always respond positively, and we've tried to build a community online that does that. So if someone says something negative, we always respond back with, we hope you have a good day, we hope everything's okay, can we help you? And what's been remarkable is that a lot of people will then flip and then apologize or delete their comment, or they'll kind of join our little community too. And it's just, so we have this thing, it's like, hater's gonna hate, hugger's gonna hug, and that's like so.
We're all huggers on this interview.
And we don't,
Gloria, are you a hugger or a hater?
Oh, I'm all hugs.
Jarrett, I think you're a hugger too, right?
I mean, come on, right?
You're just a frozen hugger. Your hug is kind of like, your hug is kind of like, that's what your hug is. Robby could do your hug.
Air hug.
Okay, there you go. All right, here we got another hugger. She sent us in this video question because while we are all adults here except for Kid President, there are a bunch of kid fans as well, and there's a video question from a kindergarten teacher that I want to take a look at.
Yes.
Hi, Kid President. My name is Danielle Edmonds, and I am a kindergarten and pre-K teacher in Greensboro, North Carolina at Washington Montessori Elementary. My kids and I would like to know, how do you come up with those wonderful quotes?
Me and Brad come up together, actually. We think of something, and then we do it.
Yeah, we create every video it's out of conversations we have together. So, like, we'll have a meal together, we'll talk about some topic, whether it's something serious like hunger, or it's something fun like corn dogs, and then we talk about like what that means to him, how like that means to me, what that means to me, and so that's how they come to be, and it's been really cool to see teachers like you share what we make, and that's been what's been so meaningful to us, is seeing that there's people who care about kids who are using the things we make to speak to kids, and so that's important to us.
Brad, what you just said is so important, is the talking to kids. Because I'm not talking like you're not here, Robby, but it is important. We forget kids are people too.
Yeah.
And you don't have to be someone's mom or daddy to talk in. You can be a brother-in-law or you can be a family friend, but talking is so important. We can't expect to have amazing ideas flow if we don't actually have conversation, not just sit in front of the TV and zone out, but actually talk to each other.
Yeah, that's been having a respect for young people, having respect for children, to just listen to them, to listen to what's important to them. They're not a different species, they're people, and they're just in a different part of their path of being a person. And to stop and listen to them, and then to share with them has been important. For us, like seeing how trying to remind, we talk about kids and former kids. So the grown-ups who watch our videos, reminding them that they were a kid at one time, and that if you want to teach kids how to be kind and compassionate, be kind and compassionate.
Absolutely. We want to teach kids to be potential presidential candidates. Have them be a presidential person right here, because we have a viewer who has a question for you. Tarana wants to know, Robby, are you running for the 2016 presidential race? Because I would totally vote for you.
This is big. This is big, man. No, hang on.
Could this be when you announce your big run?
There's a lot. This could go. People want to know: are you going to run? Mitt Romney just said he's not. Other people, what's the deal? Are you running or not?
I'm sorry, I'm not running. One, because too much paperwork. I don't want to go through all that. No. Yes. No.
You want to do real work.
Yeah, I want to do. Well, no, I don't. No, I don't want to do it.
No. Well, and also there is the whole legal issue. So we'll just have to have you come back every
Yeah,
4
the whole
years
age limit,
until you're actually capable. But that doesn't mean just because you're not going to be a presidential nominee doesn't mean you're not a notable person, because we are here at the Huffington Post doing a project where we're collecting life lessons from fascinating people. So we have a few questions for you.
Woo!
Who is a teacher or an individual that has inspired you the most?
I would say my teacher in school, Miss Rosemary. She was really nice. She taught us a lot, and she taught us everything, actually. She taught us math, science, English, and everything. She taught us a lot. She's really nice.
Why has she made such a big impact? Why is she so great over all the other teachers you've had?
Because she inspired us, like, if we didn't know something, she inspired us, like, keep trying. Like, don't give up on the work. Like, you can figure it out.
All right, I have another question for you. We're on this project. What are some of the things you hope to do when you get older?
I hope I still teach people how to make the world more awesome when I grow up. Like, I want to be like, okay, I'm not kid president anymore. Don't be awesome. I want people to still be awesome when I grow up still.
Well, you're going to just be on the flip side of it, right? Instead of being the kid, you'll be the person that inspires the next kid president.
Yeah.
Okay, last question on this project. What is a place that you have visited that you loved the most?
Place I visited I loved the most. That's a lot.
All right, well, I'll let you think about it. And while I've got a question for you, Brad, I want to know, what in your idea leads to living a fulfilling and loving and enjoyable life?
So that's a great question. My anthem it sort of keeps my creative stuff going and my life going is that love is the why. Like that's the constant. Love is the why. That's
Love is
why I do what I do, because I've done lots of projects and failed. I've done lots of things and been miserable.
You never failed. They're all good.
I didn't do so good at some things. I failed, and it was because it wasn't motivated by love. And so it's constantly, if what I'm doing is motivated by love, then only good things can come. And it doesn't mean it would be easy, but it will lead down a healthy path. And that's been what's kept. It's been what's motivated this project and any other project I've had that was fruitful.
I love it. So, wait, Robby, did he say love is the Z? Or is
No, he
love the
said-
T?
He said love is the Y. I'm like, the letter Y?
Oh, W-H-Y, the why we do it.
Oh, I'm like thinking in my head.
These
talking about
grown-ups
the letter
sometimes.
I know. I tried to make it economical, short.
Y. Yeah, I was like, the letter Y.
I know.
It's complicated. Well,
Isn't love spelled with an L?
I give up.
we tried.
That was good. You
We
tried.
tried. We
you
did not
tried.
fail. We succeeded.
And my favorite place I visited is Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
Really?
Why?
It was just fun.
Z.
It was so warm.
It was so warm. It will definitely. Let's all take a trip to Los Angeles right now. I hope you get to go for your book tour because it's freezing here. And despite the snow and the cold and the rain, you all came to sit on our couch, and I appreciate that
Of
because I'm not
course.
Beyonce.
Yeah.
I'm not President Obama. And I'm not Martin Luther King Jr. III, but you're still here, and that's why you're awesome. And thank you all for being
Thank you.
awesome too. Gloria and Jarrett. Danielle, thank you for your video comments. Big shout out to Brad and Robby, aka KP, aka Kid President. The Kid President's Guide to Being Awesome is available for purchase now. Check out our resource well for where and more information, and stay tuned because the conversation always continues here at HuffPost Live.